They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the Washington Redskins. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Smith and the Redskins will come up now, first and 10. The first carry for the rookie, it's Darius Geis. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, Smith. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Richardson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A good pickup there at 22.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pre-game. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
To throw on 2nd down is Smith. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Derek Barnett in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Liz. 15, yeah.
Now Smith. Airing one out for Crowder. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'd open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Shorty.
Now a play fake. Wentz. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 12 yards there as they move the chains. On 1st down, Wentz. It's complete left side to Aguilar. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another 1st down.
Well, I don't mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
Here we go, here we go. Ready? What's on?
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
82.
Working from the gun, Wentz. This is taken by Jeffrey. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Alshon Jeffrey, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Elliott now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. Don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down from all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. On 1st down, this is Geis. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the 2nd half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the 1st half. Maybe not so much in the 2nd half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now Smith, and this one complete to Reed. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Smith finding his big tight end Reed for a Redskins 1st.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy conversion and a 1st down.
Unable to corral him, he fights through. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Touchdown, Washington. Josh Doctson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Redskins are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Wells. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this 1st quarter. Ryan Anderson, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up.
Come on now. Oh, come on now. Let's go. Black, come on. Listen.
Throwing his Wentz. Buying time to his left. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there, trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
Smith now throw. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Short throw, pick-6 right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. Smith and the Redskins will come up now 1st and 10. Flesh off the pick-6. It's Smith. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. On the handoff, it's Geis. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. From the gun, here's Smith. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
Tiger. Yeah, 52. 35.
Now a 1st down throw. It's Smith. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now it's Smith. It's brought in by Dodson. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. Smith now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a 1st down here. Throwing again is Smith. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Nothing open downfield. He had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Geis receives the pitch. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Smith throwing again. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Mike Bennett in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. 3rd and long, it's Smith. The deep ball from Dodson. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. On the ground, Geis. They do a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
They'll give it to him up the middle. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. No good plays given up. No balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like that?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. From the gun, it's Wentz. Good loss here as he's taken down. Ryan Kerrigan in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Wentz now to throw. Over the left side is Wallace, complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Shotgun now for Wentz. He's going to air one out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. So out now come the Redskins. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. Super tall.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back in pass rush. They've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Yellow.
Back to the air, Smith on 2nd down. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the 1st half. If you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Here's Smith. He's going to fire one deep, middle. It's caught at the 10. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there just before halftime. 43 yards.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield. Those guys made that play possible.
Geis, they'll try to run it. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Redskins are able to strike for 6. Santos with the extra point, and it's now 17-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the 2nd half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
On play action. It's Wentz. Full right side taken in by Willis. 30, 10, and he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Don't put the points on the board just yet.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Black.
On play action, Wentz. Going long here for Rhodes. He's got him in. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Wentz now on 1st down. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Wentz. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Come on now, come on now, let's go. What's your son?
A final shot before half for Wentz. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And this one is incomplete. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Redskins who have the lead here. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in after 1. And some room to run now. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
Let's go. Ready? Shorty.
They'll start out on the ground with a J. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. Flushed out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Ryan Kerrigan in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Here we go. 120.
Wentz going to throw. Forced out to his left. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Redskins scoop it. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
That's a down and distance coaches always talking about trying to avoid, isn't it? And that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him. Sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did. Yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of 7 on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. A shotgun snap for Smith. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Michael Bannon, he's the one to get him, and that's sack something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Smith now operating from the gun. Throw caught right around the 6. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Darius Geis with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Redskins capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And they'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
You're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now a play fake. Wentz. He'll buy some time right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter if it's man or zone. Deep ball, short ball. That was a deep one there.
Heavy rush, and down he goes. Ryan Anderson in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Now it's Crowder. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. Now, they were good last time out with a touchdown drive. This go-around, it's not going to be very easy starting from inside their own 5.
But they shouldn't be daunted by it. You work on this the entire offseason. You work on it in practice. It's called coming out session. Start the ball inside the 5, start on the 5, on the 10. They should be ready to go.
And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe they'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs. Toss. This is Geis. Gets around him. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still held the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They'll hand it down to Geis. They're still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Redskins on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now Smith. Over the middle, complete. It's Richardson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's good for a Redskin first down. Richardson on the reception from Smith.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
A toss right to Geis. And he's got some space here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That good for 22 and a first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. Two first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Back to the ground on first. It's Geis. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Redskins on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Let's go. Let's go. 15.
From the gun, Smith. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Mike Bennett in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he gets this away. Look at this. This is a good one. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Ryan Anderson in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Working from the gun, Wentz. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And he went nowhere. They went backwards, back to the 33. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the fourth quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. The Eagles send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Crowder now to return. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Back to throw, Smith. On the catch, it's Crowder. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Now a 1st down throw. It's Smith. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. Michael Bennett in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. So after the INT, here's Wentz. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A good pickup there on 1st as the screen pass gets him 8.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. He's going to wind up and air it out. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This time they face a 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Wentz. And he comes back with one complete. And bulldozing his way through. A good pickup there, 22. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Ryan Kerrigan in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Wentz. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
The Eagles on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever. Now Wentz. And Jefferson's got it. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Wentz. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And to the 12, that's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. Breaks the tackle, now Allen. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Past the 20. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, 73 yards. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is, his first miss, no good. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, it does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz, eluding the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Quentin Dunbar right there on the coverage. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Steps away to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Ryan Anderson in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Wentz got to have this one. It's complete right side to Aguilar. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Redskins, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they'll return home next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, this season is beyond salvage now as they fall to 2-10. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.